Right now, at this very moment, over 30 million Americans are about to face something they have not seen in decades. A massive ice storm is building across the South, and what comes after will shock you even more. The temperature maps I am looking at right now show something terrifying, a cold air mass so enormous it will swallow the entire southern half of the United States for weeks. If you live anywhere from Texas to Virginia, the next 72 hours will change everything. Here is what nobody else is telling you. This is not just one storm. This is a triple threat weather pattern that forecasters are calling once in a generation. First, the ice storm happening right now. Second, a severe weather outbreak with tornado potential tomorrow. Third, and this is the part that will affect you for weeks, Arctic air locking in across the South until at least February 4th, maybe longer. In the next 30 seconds, I am going to show you exactly when this hits your city down to the hour. But first, you need to know this one critical detail that could save your life. The National Weather Service has issued ice storm warnings for areas that have not seen warnings like this in over 20 years. We are talking about ice accumulations of 3/4 of an inch to over 1 full inch in some locations. To put that in perspective, just 1/4 inch of ice can snap power lines. 1/2 inch can bring down entire trees. What we are expecting in parts of Arkansas, Tennessee, and the Carolinas is catastrophic. Let me give you the exact timeline right now because time is running out. If you are in Dallas, Fort Worth, your freezing rain and sleet mix has already begun as of 8 o'clock this morning. Oklahoma City, you are seeing 6 to 8 inches of snow starting now, continuing through midnight tonight. Little Rock, your ice storm begins in 3 hours, peaks this evening between 6 and 9 post-meridium with sleet rates of 1/4 inch per hour. Memphis, you are in the worst zone. Ice accumulation starting at noon today, continuing for 18 straight hours. Nashville, you will see snow first, then transition to sleet by 5 post-meridium, then freezing rain overnight. Comment below right now with your city and state. Tell me where you are watching from, and I will give you a personalized forecast update in the comments. Seriously, do it now. Type your location. This could save your property, maybe even your life. Now here is your reward for staying with me. At the 3-minute 20-second mark of this video, I am going to reveal the secret pattern in the jet stream that meteorologists are not talking about publicly. This pattern tells us exactly which states will see snow in early February, and Texas, you are at the top of that list. But we will get there. First, you need to understand what is happening in the next 24 hours. Let me break down every major city across 50 states with precise timing. Texas, Houston, you are mostly rain, but northern suburbs like Conroe and the Woodlands, you will see sleet mixing in between 2 and 6 post-meridium today. San Antonio, scattered sleet possible this afternoon, but your real threat is the Arctic blast arriving Monday morning with temperatures dropping to 18 degrees Fahrenheit, your coldest in 5 years. Austin, sleet and freezing rain mixed tonight between 10 post-meridium and 4 ante-meridium Sunday. El Paso, you stay dry, but temperatures crash to 22 degrees by Tuesday. Amarillo, you are getting hammered, 8 to 12 inches of snow through tonight. Lubbock, 6 to 9 inches. Midland and Odessa, 4 to 6 inches starting now. Abilene, heavy snow, 7 to 10 inches by midnight. Waco, sleet and freezing rain mix, ice accumulation 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, this is critical. Southern Dallas sees rain mixing with sleet, but north of Interstate 30, you are getting heavy sleet and freezing rain. Plano, Frisco, McKinney, expect 1/2 inch ice accumulation. Arlington, Grand Prairie, you are borderline, probably 1/4 inch. Fort Worth, Denton, up to 3/4 of an inch of ice is possible. Oklahoma. Tulsa, you are in a dangerous ice zone, 1/2 to 3/4 inch accumulation starting 3 post-meridium today. Oklahoma City, major snowfall event, 6 to 8 inches by sunrise Sunday. Lawton, 4 to 6 inches of snow. Norman, same as Oklahoma City. Enid, 7 to 9 inches. Arkansas, this is ground zero for the ice storm. Little Rock, you could see up to 1 full inch of ice accumulation. This is catastrophic. Power outages will be widespread and could last days, possibly weeks. Fort Smith, 6 to 8 inches of snow transitioning to sleet. Then ice accumulation of 1/2 inch. Fayetteville, Bentonville, Rogers, you are looking at 8 to 10 inches of snow, some of the heaviest in the state. Jonesboro, ice accumulation 3/4 of an inch. Pine Bluff, potential for over 1 inch of ice. Hot Springs, 1/2 to 3/4 inch. Louisiana, Shreveport, this is going to be bad. Freezing rain begins 6 post-meridium today, continues through Sunday morning. Total ice accumulation 1/2 to 3/4 inch. Monroe, similar situation, 1/2 inch of ice. Alexandria, 1/4 to 1/2 inch ice. Baton Rouge, you stay mostly rain, but watch for sleet mixing in early Sunday morning. New Orleans, rain, but temperatures drop Monday. Potential for a hard freeze Tuesday morning at 28 degrees. Lafayette, Lake Charles, you are rain today, but severe thunderstorm threat tomorrow. I will get to that in a moment. Mississippi, this state is split right down the middle. Tupelo, you are in extreme danger. Ice accumulation 3/4 of an inch to potentially over 1 inch. This is a life-threatening situation. Power could be out for a month in some areas. Columbus, Starkville, same situation. Jackson, you are getting 1/2 inch of ice accumulation. Meridian, 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Hattiesburg, you transition to severe weather tomorrow, but tonight watch for sleet. Biloxi, Gulfport, rain today, severe storms tomorrow afternoon with tornado potential. Tennessee. Memphis, I mentioned you earlier, but let me be more specific. You are getting 1/4 to 1/2 inch of ice starting noon today. But here is the kicker. You get a second round tonight. More freezing rain between 10 post-meridium and 4 ante-meridium. Jackson, Tennessee, 1/2 inch ice accumulation. Nashville, this is interesting. You start with 3 to 5 inches of snow, then it transitions to sleet around 5 post-meridium, then some areas could see freezing rain late tonight. Clarksville, similar to Nashville. Chattanooga, you are in the ice zone, 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Knoxville, here is some good news for you. You will see some sleet at first, maybe a 1/4 inch of ice, but then a warm nose moves in and you transition to plain rain. That rain will actually wash away most of the ice, so you are in better shape than areas to your west. Kentucky. Louisville, major snow event, 8 to 10 inches by Sunday morning. Lexington, similar amounts. Paducah, Bowling Green, you are getting snow first, then freezing rain behind it. Complicated situation, maybe 6 inches of snow, plus 1/4 inch of ice. Missouri, Springfield, 6 to 8 inches of snow. Kansas City, you are on the northern edge, 3 to 5 inches. St. Louis, you dodge most of this, maybe 2 to 3 inches of snow. Columbia, 5 to 7 inches. Alabama, Huntsville, you are borderline, could see some sleet and freezing rain mixing in. 1/4 inch ice possible. Birmingham, you transition to severe weather tomorrow, but tonight watch for sleet in northern suburbs. Mobile, Montgomery, rain today, severe storms with tornado risk tomorrow. Georgia. Atlanta, this is going to affect your Sunday plans. 1/4 inch of ice accumulation northern suburbs, especially Marietta, Roswell, Alpharetta. Athens, you could see 1/2 inch of ice, higher elevations even more. Macon, Columbus, rain today, but cold rain, temperatures in mid-30s. Savannah, rain today, storms tomorrow. South Carolina. Greenville, Spartanburg, Anderson, you are in the ice zone, 1/4 to 1/2 inch accumulation. Columbia, 1/4 inch possible. Charleston, rain today, could see severe weather tomorrow. North Carolina, this is where it gets interesting. Asheville, you are in the mountains, heavy ice accumulation possible, 1/2 to 3/4 inch. Charlotte, Hickory, Gastonia, 1/2 inch of ice. Greensboro, Winston-Salem, 1/2 inch. Raleigh, Durham, you are borderline, maybe 1/4 inch ice, mainly on grassy surfaces. Fayetteville, Wilmington, you might see some sleet, but mainly rain. Virginia, Roanoke, 1/4 to 1/2 inch ice. Richmond, 1/4 inch possible. Virginia Beach, Norfolk, you are mainly rain, but sleet could mix in. Lynchburg, Charlottesville, 1/4 inch ice. West Virginia, Charleston, 1/4 to 1/2 inch ice. Huntington, similar. Morgantown, you transition more to snow, 3 to 5 inches possible. Now let me speed through the snow totals for the Midwest and Northeast because this is moving fast. Ohio, Columbus, major snow, 10 inches possible. Cleveland, Akron, 4 to 6 inches. Cincinnati, 8 inches. Dayton, Toledo, 6 to 8 inches. Indiana, Indianapolis, 8 to 10 inches of snow. Fort Wayne, 6 to 8 inches. Evansville, you are more ice than snow, 1/4 inch ice. South Bend, 3 to 5 inches. Illinois. Chicago, 2 to 4 inches, not a major event for you. Peoria, 4 to 6 inches. Springfield, 6 to 8 inches. Michigan. Detroit, 3 to 5 inches. Grand Rapids, 4 to 6 inches. Flint, Saginaw, 4 to 6 inches. Heavier amounts in southern Michigan, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, this is significant, 10 to 12 inches of snow. Philadelphia, you might get clipped, 2 to 4 inches. Harrisburg, 6 to 8 inches. Erie, 5 to 7 inches. New York. Buffalo, you know snow, 4 to 6 inches for you, nothing unusual. Rochester, Syracuse, similar. Albany, 6 to 8 inches. New York City, this is big for you. 8 to 10 inches possible. This will shut down the city Sunday. New Jersey. Newark, 8 to 10 inches. Trenton, similar. Delaware. Wilmington, 6 to 8 inches. Maryland. Baltimore, 8 inches of snow. Washington, D.C., 6 to 8 inches. Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, you are getting 6 to 10 inches depending on location. Boston, expect 8 to 10 inches. Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, 5 to 10 inches, more in mountains. Now, here is what happens after this storm clears. This is minute 5, so I am delivering on my promise. The jet stream pattern I am seeing right now is unprecedented for late January. We have what meteorologists call a negative North Atlantic oscillation, or NAO. When this happens, it creates a blocking pattern that locks cold air over the eastern United States for extended periods. Look at the temperature forecast for the next 10 days. This is not just cold, this is dangerous cold. Monday, January 27th. High temperatures, Dallas 32 degrees, Houston 40 degrees, New Orleans 42 degrees, Atlanta 34 degrees, Charlotte 32 degrees. This is 10 to 15 degrees below normal. Tuesday, January 28th. The core of the Arctic air arrives. Dallas high temperature 28 degrees, overnight low 16 degrees. Oklahoma City high 22 degrees, Little Rock high 26 degrees, Memphis high 28 degrees, Nashville high 28 degrees, Birmingham high 30 degrees, Atlanta high 28 degrees. Wednesday, January 29th. It gets worse. Dallas high 26 degrees, overnight low 14 degrees. That is a hard freeze that will damage any exposed pipes. San Antonio high 32 degrees. Austin high 30 degrees, Houston high 36 degrees, but northern Houston suburbs could see 28 degrees. Thursday, January 30th, still frozen. Dallas high 30 degrees, Memphis high 30 degrees, Atlanta high 32 degrees. Friday, January 31st, this is where the National Weather Service has issued a high risk for much below normal temperatures from the Ohio Valley to the northern Gulf Coast. We are talking about widespread temperatures 15 to 25 degrees below average. Saturday, February 1st through Tuesday, February 4th. The cold remains locked in place every single day below freezing temperatures from Texas to Virginia. But here is the bombshell. Multiple computer models, specifically the GFS model, are showing another potential winter storm for Texas between February 8th and February 10th. This would be snow, not ice. The European model shows this too, but it tracks the storm further west into New Mexico and far west Texas. The Canadian model splits the difference. Texas, specifically Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio, even Houston, you have never seen a pattern like this in your lifetime. 2 winter storms in 2 weeks with prolonged Arctic air in between. This is the pattern we saw in February 2021 when Texas lost power for days. I am not saying that will happen again, but the temperature pattern is eerily similar. Let me show you city by city what the extended forecast looks like. Brownsville, Texas. You are the southernmost city in Texas. Normally, you are 70 degrees this time of year. Next week, your highs will be in the low 50s, overnight lows in the upper 30s. That is a 30-degree temperature drop. Corpus Christi, highs in the upper 40s, lows in the mid-30s. Laredo, highs around 50, lows in the mid-30s. McAllen, similar to Brownsville. San Angelo, highs in the upper 20s, lows in the teens. Wichita Falls, highs in the mid-20s, lows around 10 degrees. For the Deep South, this cold is equally unusual. Baton Rouge, next week your highs will be in the low 40s, lows in the upper 20s. You could see a hard freeze. Jackson, Mississippi, highs in the mid-30s, lows in the low 20s. Mobile, Alabama, highs in the mid-40s, lows around 30. Pensacola, Florida, highs in the upper 40s, lows in the low 30s. Tallahassee, highs around 50, lows in the mid-30s. Jacksonville, highs in the low 50s, lows in the mid-30s. Orlando, you even feel this. Highs in the low 60s instead of your normal mid-70s, lows in the mid-40s. Tampa, highs in the mid-60s, lows in the upper 40s. Miami, you are the only major city that stays somewhat normal. Highs in the mid-70s, but even you will have lows in the low 60s, which is chilly for South Florida. Now, let me talk about tomorrow, Sunday, January 26th, because we have a severe weather outbreak brewing. This is going to catch people off guard because they are focused on the ice and snow. A line of thunderstorms will develop across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee tomorrow afternoon and evening. Within this line, we could see discrete supercell thunderstorms ahead of the main line. This setup favors tornadoes. The tornado risk area includes New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Lake Charles in Louisiana, Hattiesburg, Gulfport, Biloxi, Jackson in Mississippi, Mobile, Montgomery, Dothan in Alabama, Memphis in Tennessee, even Pensacola and Panama City in Florida. The timing is critical. The storms begin developing around noon in eastern Texas and western Louisiana. By 3 post-meridium, storms are ongoing across central Louisiana. By 6 post-meridium, the line reaches Mississippi. By 9 post-meridium, the line is moving through Alabama. By midnight, storms reach western Georgia. These will not be typical winter storms. We could see damaging winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour. We could see tornadoes, including strong tornadoes with EF2 potential. We could also see embedded tornadoes within the line itself, what we call QLCS tornadoes, quasi-linear convective systems. If you are in the risk area, make sure your phone is charged, weather alerts are turned on, and you have a plan for where to shelter if a tornado warning is issued. Do not assume tornadoes do not happen in January, because they do, and this pattern is particularly concerning. Here is the hour-by-hour breakdown for severe weather tomorrow. 11 ante-meridium to 2 post-meridium, eastern Texas, Beaumont, Port Arthur, Orange, Lake Charles, watch for storms to develop. 2 post-meridium to 5 post-meridium, central Louisiana, Lafayette, Alexandria, Natchitoches, storms intensifying, tornado watch likely issued. 5 post-meridium to 8 post-meridium, southern Mississippi, Hattiesburg, Laurel Meridian. This is peak severe weather time, highest tornado risk. 8 post-meridium to 11 post-meridium, southern Alabama, Mobile, Dothan, Montgomery, continuing tornado risk even after dark. 11 post-meridium Sunday to 2 ante-meridium Monday, western Georgia, Columbus, Albany, storms weakening but still capable of producing tornadoes. Now let me address the power outage situation because this is critical. Based on the ice accumulations I showed you earlier, here are the areas most likely to experience prolonged power outages. Highest risk, power outages lasting 1 to 4 weeks. Northern Arkansas, especially around Mountain Home, Harrison, Batesville. Northern Mississippi, Tupelo, Columbus, Starksville. Western Tennessee, Jackson, Dyersburg. This is where we are expecting 3/4 of an inch to over 1 inch of ice. High risk, power outages lasting 3 days to 2 weeks. Central Arkansas around Little Rock, Memphis Metro, Shreveport area, parts of East Texas, northern Alabama, northern Georgia mountains, upstate South Carolina around Greenville and Spartanburg, western North Carolina mountains around Asheville, moderate risk, power outages lasting 1 to 3 days. Dallas-Fort Worth Metro north of Interstate 30, Oklahoma City Metro if ice mixes in after the snow, Nashville Metro, Huntsville area, Atlanta northern suburbs, Charlotte Metro. The reason I am telling you this is so you can prepare right now. If you are in the highest risk areas, you need to do these things immediately. Fill your bathtub with water. Fill every container you have. If power goes out, water treatment plants lose pressure. Charge every electronic device you own. Charge backup batteries. Charge your car. Get cash from the ATM. If power is out, card readers do not work. Fill your gas tank. Gas pumps need electricity. Buy groceries today. Stores will be mobbed tomorrow and might be closed by tonight. If you have a fireplace, stock up on firewood. If you have a generator, make sure it is working and you have fuel. Never run a generator indoors. Check on your elderly neighbors. This cold plus potential power outages is life-threatening for seniors. Bring pets indoors. Have extra food and water for them. Protect your pipes. Let faucets drip. Open cabinet doors under sinks. If your home drops below 55 degrees inside, your pipes can freeze even if they are interior pipes. Now let me give you the good news. This does not last forever. The pattern starts to break down around February 5th. We will see temperatures moderate back to seasonal normals by February 7th or 8th. However, that is also when the next storm system could develop for Texas. Beyond that, the long-range pattern from February 10th through the end of the month shows a couple more potential cold snaps. One possible around February 15th, another possible at the very end of February going into early March. But these are not locked in like the current pattern. The models are still waffling on those. What is locked in is the next 72 hours. What is locked in is this dangerous ice storm happening right now. What is locked in is the Arctic blast arriving Monday and lasting through the first week of February. Let me give you the wind chill values for next week because this is what it will actually feel like outside. Tuesday morning, January 28th, Dallas wind chill 5 degrees, Oklahoma City wind chill 0 degrees, Little Rock wind chill 8 degrees, Memphis wind chill 10 degrees, Nashville wind chill 12 degrees, Atlanta wind chill 15 degrees. Wednesday morning, January 29th, Dallas wind chill 3 degrees, Amarillo wind chill -8 degrees, Oklahoma City wind chill -5 degrees, Wichita Falls wind chill 0 degrees. These are dangerous wind chills. Frostbite can occur in 30 minutes or less. If you must go outside, cover all exposed skin. Now here is something that worries me. The 10-day forecast shows very little warm-up. Normally, even in a cold pattern, we get a day or two of relief. Not this time. From January 27th through February 4th, every single day is below freezing from Oklahoma to Virginia. That is 9 consecutive days of freezing temperatures in areas that rarely see more than 3 or 4 days in a row. What does this mean practically? It means any ice that accumulates tonight and tomorrow will not melt for over a week. It means any snow that falls will not melt. It means your pipes are at risk for an extended period. It means your heating bills are about to skyrocket. It means if power goes out, it stays out longer because crews cannot work as effectively in prolonged cold. Let me speed through some remaining states I have not covered in detail yet. Kansas. Wichita, you are on the edge, maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow. Topeka, 3 to 5 inches. Nebraska, Omaha, 4 to 6 inches. Lincoln, similar. Iowa. Des Moines, 5 to 7 inches. Wisconsin. Milwaukee, 3 to 5 inches. Madison, 4 to 6 inches. Minnesota. Twin Cities, you are used to cold and snow, 3 to 5 inches, nothing major for you. North Dakota, South Dakota. You stay cold, but this storm mostly misses you. Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, you have your own weather going on, separate from this system. Colorado. Denver, you are dry and cold. Colorado Springs, Pueblo, same. New Mexico. Albuquerque, you stay mostly dry. Santa Fe, Las Cruces, dry as well. Arizona. Phoenix, you are not affected. Tucson, Flagstaff, you stay dry. Utah. Salt Lake City, not affected by this system. Nevada. Las Vegas, Reno, you are fine. California. Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, you have your own weather pattern, not affected by this. Oregon, Washington. Seattle, Portland, you have rain and mountain snow, but that is normal winter weather for you. Alaska. Anchorage, Fairbanks, Juneau, you are always cold. This does not affect you. Hawaii. Honolulu, you are in paradise. Stay there. Now comment below with your city and state. I need to know where you are watching from. There are too many microclimates and specific situations to cover in one video. Tell me your location and I will reply with specific details for your area. Here is what you should do in the next hour. Not tomorrow, not later today, right now. If you have not gone to the store yet, go now. Buy bread, milk, eggs, canned goods, batteries, flashlights, candles, matches, first aid supplies. Fill up your car with gas, charge all devices, bring in any outdoor furniture, plants, anything that could be damaged by ice. Trim any tree branches hanging over your house or power lines if you can do so safely. Clear your gutters if possible. Check your heating system. Change your filter. Make sure it is working efficiently. Locate your emergency kit. If you do not have one, make one now. Download offline maps on your phone. If cell towers lose power, you will not have data. Take photos of your home and property for insurance purposes. If you are in the ice storm warning area, assume you will lose power. Plan accordingly. If you are in the tornado risk area tomorrow, have multiple ways to receive warnings. Phone alerts, weather radio, local news. Now let me tell you what happens after this system moves out. Monday night into Tuesday, another batch of cold air reinforces what is already here. Tuesday into Wednesday, we bottom out with the coldest temperatures. Thursday and Friday, still cold, but not quite as extreme. Saturday, February 1st, a slight modification, but still below normal. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week, Cold continues, then around February 8th to 10th, we watch for that next storm system. If it develops Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, you are in the crosshairs again. But this time, it would be snow, not ice. 6 to 12 inches of snow is possible if this storm materializes, but I do not want to get ahead of myself. Let us get through this current event first. What I want you to remember is this: you have survived weather before. You will survive this, but you need to take it seriously. Ice storms are not like snowstorms. They are more dangerous. They cause more damage. They last longer. The recovery takes weeks, not days. If you lose power, do not try to tough it out. Go to a friend or family member who has power. Go to a hotel if you can. Go to a warming shelter. Do not risk hypothermia trying to prove how strong you are. Check on your neighbors, especially the elderly, the disabled, anyone living alone. Do not drive unless absolutely necessary. Ice is invisible. You cannot see it until you are already sliding. If your power goes out, turn off and unplug major appliances so you do not damage them when power is restored. Never use a grill or generator indoors. Carbon monoxide kills. If you see a downed power line, assume it is live. Stay back at least 35 feet. Call your utility company. Report outages to your power company. They cannot fix what they do not know about. This is the biggest winter weather event to hit the South in years. From Texas to Virginia, from Oklahoma to the Carolinas, this will be remembered. The ice storm of January 2026 followed by the Arctic outbreak that lasted into February. But here is what meteorologists are really watching: the pattern that develops after this. Because if the GFS model is right, and that is a big if, we could be looking at multiple winter storms through mid-February. That would be unprecedented. That would be the coldest February since 1989. That would reshape how we think about winter weather in the South. I will be updating throughout this event. If you want personalized forecasts for your city, comment below. If you want me to explain anything in more detail, ask. If you have questions about what to do, how to prepare, what to expect, leave a comment. The next update comes this afternoon between 4 and 6 post-meridium, when I will have the overnight forecast. Then another update tomorrow morning around 8 ante-meridium, when I can assess the damage from the ice storm and preview the severe weather threat. Then another update tomorrow evening after the severe weather moves through. Stay safe, stay warm, help your neighbors. We are all in this together. From Texas to Tennessee, from Oklahoma to the Carolinas, we are one community dealing with one massive weather event. This is not the time to panic. This is the time to prepare. This is not the time to ignore warnings. This is the time to take them seriously. This is not the time to be complacent. This is the time to be smart. Remember, comment your location below right now so I can give you specific information, and share this video with everyone you know in the affected areas. The more people who see this, the more people who prepare, the fewer people get hurt. The big southern shift is happening right now. Winter is moving in and staying put. Bundle up, stock up, and buckle up. This is going to be a wild ride, but we will get